So why did you decide to make this documentary?
I always wanted to do something about my sister's life. And there are people out there who are like my sister, to know that they're not alone out there, that are just like them, and not to isolate themselves from everybody else. I just wanted to make people aware of what they're doing to people like my sister.
What happened was Tamika was like a really happy and jolly kid, and she was just starting to be really sad all the time. She used to really love school. She was like, you know, one of the top students in class. And she would tell me, she would come home and say, Mom, you know, I don't want to go to school today. I don't like school anymore. And I'd be like, why, Tamika? Because, you know, I mean, she liked it so much. We'd come home and she'd tell me all these stories that she learned. And she said, I don't like recess. And when she was 8 years old, and for an 8-year-old kid to tell me, I hate recess, and I asked her why, and she said, because my head hurts all the time. I don't know, it just became very serious.
Tamika's mother called me at work and said, oh, Mama, they found something.
The way they just said it is that Tamika had a mass at the base of her brain.
The doctor said to her that she has a brain tumor, and I never forget the scream that my daughter let out at that time.
You know, we took the long ride to the hospital, and we met with some other doctors who saw Tamika's CAT scans, and they explained the situation to us. And basically, they just said that they had to do immediate surgery on Tamika, and she had to have chemotherapy and radiation. And I'm a person that does not like making decisions. It's really hard for me. And but the doctor just put it like this. He said, either have the surgery or your daughter, you know, she just won't wake up. So I asked the doctors, could we take a day to talk to Tamika and explain what had to be done. And she, like I said, she's a really bright kid, so I went in and I explained to her that she had a mass on the back of her, base of her brain, and that in order to relieve those headaches, she would have to have surgery. And she was happy with it. She was fine until they said that she had to have all her hair cut off. And she didn't want any of it off. So she said, please part it and just cut it down the middle. And I think about how she used to always wear her hair in 2 little ponytails with her hair parted down the center. So she was thinking, you know, it would be okay. They could just cut down that part. She didn't care about the surgery. She didn't want her hair cut off. But she decided that what she would do is just have them cut all of her hair off. She said, I just want it all off.
During the time Tamika was in the hospital, what were your other 2 kids doing? How did they react?
I don't think James knew really what was going on too much. He just knew that his sister was sick. And Jackie knew what was going on a little. They were really little, 2 and 4. And we basically I feel like we kind of abandoned them for during that time. They spent a lot of time with their grandparents and with aunties, and they would come and see Tamika in and out of the hospital. But I don't know, I can't say, you know, how they were feeling. I'm sure they missed me and their dad and Tamika. They missed the family because we're like really close-knit. But I know during that time, they were like 2 peas in a pod. They were just like inseparable. They slept together, they did everything together. Before Tamika went in the hospital, James was really, really close to his big sister, closer to Tamika than he was to Jackie. But I remember, maybe it was because Tamika didn't have any hair, and she was different. James was like, he was afraid of her. I noticed that it bothered me because I noticed that it was something different between the 2 of their relationship. They grew apart. Jackie and Tamika were a lot closer because Jackie was very protective of her older sister. It is 4.5 years difference in their age, and Jackie, as little and as young as she was very protective of Tamika about in all things. You want to say something?
Yes, I remember at one time when these people were talking about me because I had a bald head, and I remember Jackie, 5 years younger than me. It was kind of embarrassing because she was younger than me, but she had protected me. She goes, "Don't talk about my big sister," and stuff like that. And I was really, I didn't know what to say, but I was overwhelmed, and I won't ever forget that day.
And I remember they were in the bedroom, and I was sitting on the bed, and she went to Jackie, and she asked her, she said, "Jackie, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can be a big sister." She had just gotten out the hospital. She said, "I've been through so much and I can't. And I just want you to be a big sister for a little while. Just take over and you be the big sister." And it was really I don't know, it was really touching and really hard for me because I don't know, at that time that's when I realized how much pain and how hard it was for her because she felt like that, she just couldn't handle, I guess she couldn't handle anything. She just wanted, she wanted Jackie to be that for her. I felt bad in a way because I felt like, it's a lot of responsibility, or maybe she felt like being a big sister was a lot of responsibility. I don't know, but I just know it was a very touching thing for two sisters, and it was really, it was touching and kind of, I don't know, I felt strange about it, I guess that's when it was like a realization of what she had just gone through and that it was, it was really tough. And she kind of had a hard road to go. She really did. And Jackie, like she always is, just, okay, I'll handle it. And she has, that was about, 5 or 6, it was at least 6 or 7 years ago. And Jackie has been the big sister for all those years. Whenever something goes wrong, everybody goes to Jackie. Tamika asks Jackie for advice. James asks Jackie for advice. Jackie's the big sister.
When I went to camp, I felt better because that's where my real friends were from, and that's where I met my more really friends, and that's where I didn't have to hear about nothing like, well, why didn't you have no hair? Why do you have this line on your head? And I've been going there since I was 9. I go to camp, Good Time Sister and Brother Camp. That's when sisters and brothers have cancer. I go and sometimes I get mad at Tamika, sometimes we fight and everything. But I talk to my friends and some of their brothers and sisters died. And they're telling me that I'm lucky that my sister's still alive.
Can you tell me some of the new challenges you and Tamika have with school, society?
I guess she knew she was a really very, very intelligent kid. I mean, she had a very high IQ. And she could feel herself not capable of thinking the way that she could think before. Or using sentence structure the way that she used it before. Or just using the kind of vocabulary that she had before. I guess the last year when she had gotten really, really depressed and she wanted to commit suicide and she just didn't like herself. Later on, after being tested, they had shown that her IQ had dropped such a significant drop and that she was not capable of functioning the way that she had been used to. And I just couldn't understand, the feeling. I know that it was really frustrating for me because I could look at her and she would just she was clinging on me, like, "Mom, help me, save me." And as a mother, you just feel like you could always fix your kids' problems. But I didn't know what to do. So I didn't really do anything. And later on, Tamika eventually ended up being put into a hospital. And she was put into a mental hospital where at that time I didn't think that it was like the best thing, but I didn't know anything else to do because I couldn't handle her anymore. I didn't know, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know if she would hurt herself. I didn't know if, I thought in my heart that it was something that was more neurological than psychological. And to this day, it's really not sure. I mean, no, we don't know what happened or what goes on with her. But I know she spent 7 months in a mental hospital. And it really changed, the way that she is now. I don't know if she would have changed had she did it or not. I don't know if it was a good decision. I don't know, if it was the right thing to do. I just know at the time, I didn't know what to do. It was just, we just felt like, I had felt like she had been through so much. And I sort of felt like, why does she have to go through more, Why is this happening to her, Why can't she just be normal? I mean, whatever normal is. And now, now I've come to understand that, she is who she is, and I just love her for who she is, but it was just a hard thing because she went through such a big transition, It's hard for her to accept that she can't do the things that she used to be able to do, so, I don't feel right. Do you think I should?
Yeah.
What was it like in the hospital?
I really hated it. There were people that could not relate to me. They thought they would. They thought they did relate to me. I mean, I was jealous of some people. I thought that I was just some person, some retarded person, because I can relate to them.
Why did you feel jealous towards the kids, man?
Because I thought they looked better than me. A lot better than me. I thought they were doing a lot better than me.
What made you think that?
Because the way I looked at things, the way I look at the people, sometimes I feel the same way. I think people look better than me. I think they can react to things better than me. I think some of the people are more mature than me.
I think that you are just as good, not better, than those kids in the hospital. And if anything, they should have been jealous of you because you're a beautiful person, you're sweet.
Everybody's in there for a reason.
And you've probably been through a lot more than they've been through. And I just think you should know that.
Okay, thank
You don't get stressed out, you just...
How did you feel while you were leaving the hospital?
I felt like things were a lot better than they used to be. Maybe I had did something right for once in my life.
Try to get a little stronger because it's gonna be more interviews. Gonna have a little bit tougher than with Jamaica. And every time you interview somebody bring out their personal problems, you can't keep breaking down like that all the time. If I understand you love your sister and things like that, I'm sure you're okay.
Look, I'm trying
As
to
a
sit up
father,
and
I'm
smile
trying.
and see.
Okay, but as a father, I'm just trying to help you. Okay? So it's his fault. And I appreciate what you're doing.
Maybe you don't know that.
Mm-hmm.